Okay, let's go over gold first of all. I'm going to go over crude oil. Let's go crude oil. Let's go gold first, man. Okay, let's look at gold this morning. Okay, gold, every Thursday on gold, I teach you traders that news comes out every Thursday at 8:30, okay, unemployment. And what we need to understand is that directly affects gold prices. So what we're going to do is we're going to project ahead where we're going to buy and sell seconds after gold news is released. And how we're going to do it is this. If you look right here, this is where the news, the pre-release news, right before 8:30 right here, this blue eclipse. And I said we only have two spots to sell gold. I said if it comes up to 78, we'll look to sell gold. And I said if it comes up to 89, we'll look to sell gold. Pick your spots right before news. And I said we look to be a net seller because when we first log in this trading room, we look at the dominant moving average over here, which was down. If it's angled down 35 to 45 degree angle, what we're going to do is we're going to sell the first test of HVA, high value area. Because I know that I got possible resting stop orders just above HVA. And if I got possible resting stop orders, that's going to repel price in a downtrend. So that first test of HVA is where I want to short. So as the news is released, the market moves up into my number. Then I'm going to qualify the trade now. I already got my setup on these two charts down here. These red dots are HVA over here. 89, where my arrow is right here. 89 was my sell point, and my red dot over here at 78. So I knew way ahead of time. I know 50 ticks away where my sell point is. And you want to do this ahead of time. This is not after the fact baloney. This is way ahead of time. You can project these trades hours ahead of time sometimes. So what you do is when it comes up to it, I want to qualify the trade. I look for three type of candlesticks. I look for a doji, hammer, or a spinning top. As we came up to it, you can see I got a beautiful doji. What that means is that I have an indecision in buyers and sellers. I had a big push up in the market, big giant candles, lets me know there's a possible exhaustion coming in the market. I'm already looking to sell 78. I wait for a doji, hammer, spinning top to confirm a possible rollover. At the same time, I'll look straight down and make sure there's more supply. This bottom oscillator should have a lower high. Look right to left. If it's a lower high, you have a lot of supply, meaning more sellers and buyers are going to pop in the market. You then wait for the first red reversal bar right there. Your first red reversal bar, after closes, you get short. Once you get short, you start scaling out at my symmetry dots. Scale here, 75% off on your second set. All of a sudden, you got yourself a trade. Then moved all the way down for 40 ticks, $400 per one contract, maximum $150 risk on the trade. Move over to crude oil. That's the number one trade setup in the room. That's all you need to do. Number one setups in the room, right here. Feed off these two 5-minute charts. All you have to do is trade number ones, and you're going to be good to go on trades. All right, let's go over to the setup on crude oil. Let's look at crude oil this morning. Crude oil, I'm going to do the same thing. I came in, and I saw that the magenta moving average is down. Magenta moving average down. I don't care if we first cross up on the dominant moving average is the magenta. We first cross up, I want to sell the first test of HVA. A lot of you traders got this one. That's a number one trade over here. Number one trade, we knew that the moving average is crossed up, so we're looking for only a symmetry dot possible target. There's your target. And look what happened down here at the bottom left. We broke out of HVA, and what I teach you to do is to retest HVA for number three trade. The number three trade came right down to the retest of high value area, right to the exact tick. What do we do then? We look for what? We look for the green reversal bar. The green reversal bar is right there. We actually had a hammer right at the low and a spinning top right at the high. So not only did you get a number one trade at this HVA over here at 93.90, you got your symmetry dot target. You got the number three long after you break out of HVA over here. Why does number three work? Because once you break out of HVA, all the stops are taken out here, the resting stop orders. The market pushes hard up, okay, artificially. It will come back down when all the buys are off. And then what happens is you get a retest of the breakout. The retest of the breakout, look for the green reversal bar, we're good to go. Then we have another setup. Once we get above the HVA, why do we use these 5-minute red and blue rollers? Why? We use these 5-minute red and blue rollers for a reason. If the market breaks above them and gets space, we retest these 5-minute rollers and we go long. We go long on the retest of the 5-minute roller with the 89 tick entry bar. So that right here at 93.97 was my 5-minute roller. The trend was now up above HVA because we have nothing to play off of. We can't play off HVA and LVA anymore. The market's above. We can't play off those levels anymore. So what do we got to do? We got to play off of this level right here. We got to play off of the 5-minute roller. There's my 5-minute line over here on the 5-minute chart, 93.97. So what are we going to do? We're going to do this pattern right here. We're going to let it break out. We're going to let it retest. And we're going to go long right off that level. We're going to wait for the first green bar reversal. Look at that beautiful hammer. Gorgeous. Look at that hammer. And there we go. Now, I call the hammers on the upside and downside to make it easy for traders in the room. Okay, it's just a little block on top, big wick. But there's your green bar reversal. There's your first set of symmetry, like I teach you to scale out. There's your scale. Same old setups, right? Here, you bail 75% right there. Right there again, you just accomplished just under a 50-tick trade, depending on your fill, or 50 ticks. So not only did you capture this big move on a number 3, right? 50 ticks. Here's another 50-tick trade with a $150 risk. That's a 5-minute roller retest. It's exactly how we do it. Okay? You can be done, like I said, by 9 o'clock in the morning, starting at 7:45 in the morning by 9 with my system. You only need to trade an hour, hour and 15 minutes.